Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 129 of NasCard Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val, and with me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSA set registry and White Castle Hall of Famer Logan King NASCAR.
How's it going,
How,
dude?
how are you doing today?
I'm feeling clashy. Stay clashy.
I like that. Stay classy.
I just made that up literally
I,
right
I
there.
know, I know. I like that. We need to write that down for next year. So
Yep.
stay classy, everybody. Well, we want to thank our sponsor, Panini America, of course, and then right out of the gate, shout out to Colin Hostetter, Beans Ball Card Blog, Skid Marks, Bruce Wilson, Kyle Katz, and Tim Mousy for the YouTube comments, Facebook comments. We read them, so please leave them.
Yep. I even commented on some of them too.
Same here. Yeah, one of those folks, they the ones who purchased the 1983 Uno set. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
That was a nice set. That was really a good pickup for them.
Yeah,
So
he said he's gonna get it graded, so I'll be looking forward to seeing that.
yeah, we need to update it on that. So great show again today. We're going to talk about the Bush Light Clash, Light Bush Clash.
Just stay clashy.
Stay classy. Um, we're gonna have an update on the golden auction for the Formula card that was up at auction. It has finally gavel has dropped on it, so we'll get an update on that. We also have an update on the PSA Dale Earnhardt Senior 1988 Maxx. One of the folks brought it to our attention about that, so we're gonna do an update on that, and we'll close the show with King's Court, and then Logan I sure has some NASCAR news.
Always.
So of course I got the one window not open, so I got all these other windows. So all right, this weekend no races, so we're still another week away from truck race, Xfinity race, but last Sunday we had the Bush Light Clash at the Coliseum. That was Sunday, February 5th. That was a quarter mile paved track, 150 laps. Martin Truex Jr. outlasted everybody for the win, followed by Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch. So it was the gold, silver, and I was did Kyle Busch get the bronze then?
Yeah, he got the bronze.
Okay, so that was a little bit different. It wasn't a regular, I guess, a points race, whatever. But so they gave those medals out, I guess.
I actually like that because it's reminiscent of when they had the Olympics there, back years ago. They've had a lot of historic events there, so it's a great place. They call Bristol the last great Coliseum, but I think the greatest Coliseum of all, at least in modern times, is the LA Coliseum.
Yeah, I figured that was a shout out. I don't remember what they did last year, but my NASCAR's marketing folks got on that, so I think that was a nice little tie in there with the Olympics. So
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. I was reading some comments on social media, and a lot of folks just didn't like it. And I thought, man, I think it's cool. I
it,
don't, I don't know why people were so opposed to that. I mean, I know it's not traditional, but then again, it's like you said, it's just a non-points exhibition race. I mean, let's have some fun with it.
the sport has to change. It over time we were talking about the 75th year of NASCAR, and trying to shake it up. People complain about this track or that track, and then so they add more road courses, and they're going to do Chicago road course this year, and so they have to try different things, right? Experiment with different things. They did the Roval. They brought in the dirt at Bristol. So I mean, kudos to NASCAR for trying. Was it a massive hit or not? maybe it brings in new fans, and maybe some fans are like, but
Hmm.
we
But
can't be sitting still, otherwise getting passed. So
that's for sure. And my hat's off to NASCAR for trying all these things. I think it's really cool. Evil Knievel even jumped motorcycles there. And Evil Knievel's a hero of mine. So, there's so many tie-ins. I just thought it was really cool.
the only time was missing was some cards.
Well, we seem to be missing that a lot.
So that they haven't gotten the memo on that one. So,
No, they haven't.
but our winner, Martin Truex Jr., we've named him one of the 75 greatest drivers in NASCAR. His rookie's in 2004. He has a few different cards in 2004 with Press Pass, Optima, Stealth, Trackside. So I've got a few little here for as visuals with the 2004 Press Pass. Stealth there to your left, and my favorite, the Golden Oreo out of Optima.
They keep talking about Jimmy Johnson with the golden horseshoe, up his what, and I guess Martin Truex has the golden Oreo.
There you go. And then I mentioned it before on other shows about the variations with the trackside. So here are the two versions. The one on the left, I believe, is the more common, and the one on the right, you can see over his shoulder, the gentleman's missing that yellow lanyard around his neck. So that's a pretty cool little variation of Chase in 2004 trackside.
Yeah, I don't have any of those graded. I need to, and I've got plenty of them. I'm sitting on a bunch of them. I just need to see if there's
Well,
any of them worthy of getting graded.
well, we named him one of the 75 greatest drivers. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, so I think he's a maybe he's not huge popular with the fan base, whatever, but uh, maybe it's his personality. He's not very controversial, so um,
Hmm.
but yeah, he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. So, but
Yeah,
anyway, that's a cool one. I need to get some of those as well graded. I think I've got some of those signed. He's one of the ones that's a little harder for me to find to get signed. Whenever he shows up at the Walmart in Concord or whatever, I'm always working or something. So, but and then also we have a few other samples here with the trackside. I believe that's one of the inserts, and then on the signings in the middle, and then another one of the inserts, a stealth on the right. That's die cut on the side. So,
yeah, I
oh
like those. Kyle Busch has one that there's no boundaries. I really like those cards.
yeah, I think those are like a sneaky little one that folks might forget about. Kyle Busch
Hmm.
also has the one on the left as well. It's got his little um, facsimile autograph there on it as well. So,
Yep.
and then moving on, also, Daytona is going to be Sunday, February 19th. So we have the dual races and qualifying coming up Wednesday the 15th. Dual races on the 16th. Then we have practices, and then the 500.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's going to be a busy week. Um, I guess next week we'll probably do our picks for the truck race winner, the Xfinity winner, the Daytona 500 pole winner, and the Daytona 500 race winner. I think we'll do it. We'll have all those for next week.
okay. And Formula One and IndyCar, they don't start racing until Sunday, March 5th.
Cool.
So the season is somewhat started here, not in full blown, but getting there.
Yeah, I was proud for Truex. He definitely had the best car. If you watch the whole race and you watch the heat races and everything, he by far had the best car. You could just tell that car stuck. No matter if the track was warm or cold, he could get that car around the track. So the best car won. So I was happy with that.
He didn't get beat on or banged up too much.
No, he didn't. You saw that Kyle Busch there late was running second, and Austin Dillon was banging hard on him, so he let him go to see if he could do anything with Truex, but of course he couldn't. So that's 2 years in a row where Austin Dillon has been in the top three at that race, and so is Kyle Busch, but still not able to win.
Oh, so close.
Yeah,
Um, so do we want to hit the NASCAR news now?
yeah, we can certainly do that. I've got a little bit of news for the upcoming Daytona 500. One of the things that I thought was really cool that I saw is that the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds are going to perform a flyover during the Daytona 500 on Sunday, February 19th. They say this will mark the 13th consecutive and 14th overall time that the U.S. Air Force demonstration squadron, also known as America's Ambassadors in Blue, excuse me, will perform their signature Delta formation to kick off the Great American Race. Um, I kind of know T6 Thunderbird 6. His name is Daniel Katz. We got to see them here at Columbus Air Force Base last March. A friend of mine knows him personally, so I kind of know him now. But the cool thing about it is that I was able to get my VIP ticket autographed, and he signed it. I don't know if anybody can see it, but he signed it Thundercats, and you can see he's got number 6 on there. So I thought that was really cool. So I'm glad to see that the Thunderbirds are going to be back at the Daytona 500 this year. I heard that they're going to have some kind of special maneuver that they've not done before. So that'll be interesting to see if they actually show that on TV. So we'll see. Next thing I've got, unfortunately, some sad news. Trevor Boys, and a lot of you may know him from the '88 Maxx set. Trevor Boys passed away, it says, peacefully at Foothills Medical Care Center in Calgary, Alberta, on Thursday, February 2nd of this year, 2023. He was only 65 years old. That's very sad to me because that's only 2 years older than me. As Val can attest to, what's one of the significant things that we ever noticed about Trevor Boys?
Trevor Boys was very hard to get autograph
Mm-hmm.
from. Living in Canada, and I reached out to him on Facebook when I was working on getting the '88 Maxx cards signed, and they did a lot of race circuits because I think it was him, his son. It might have more than one son, but it was like Trevor. It was like the Trevor Boys, or no, it's called Boys Racing. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
what it was. And but they never came down into the South, the Charlotte area. So getting an autograph from him was really tough.
Yeah. Do you have any pictures that you can show?
I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can get my hands on those.
Yeah, that's card number 24 in the '88 Maxx set for those of you who are scoring the card numbers. But he was in the inaugural set, so he does have some importance there. And so, like what Val said, his autograph is tough. It was just plain flat tough to get. Because I know Val and I searched there for a long time. We searched eBay like every day trying to find his autograph, and Val actually was able to score a few. And I actually got this autograph as mine. I got that from Val. So
Yeah, and I think I sent one. I wasn't being super greedy. I think I reached his wife on Facebook, trying to find out, when they're going to come to the South or how I could do it or whatever. And she's like, send one. And so I was able to, you know, get one signed and sent back. So, like I said, working on that '88 Max set sign, as a project. Because if you listen to the show, I do some of these projects where getting some of these card sets autographed. And of course, '88 is, iconic. It's like the 52 tops, I guess, for race, you know, race fans and the '86 Fleer basketball. So, um, and then the that white background and everything else just lends itself, for these autographs. And I guess now it's a vintage set for us.
yeah,
So,
this is vintage now.
but it's very sad to see another one of these iconic drivers in this iconic set, passing away. So
Yeah, prayers to his family. It's very sad to me. Um, on some other crazier news, uh, Kyle Busch, for those of you who have not heard on the news, Kyle Busch was arrested in Cancun at the Cancun airport back in January for carrying a gun. And I'll read you the excerpt that I found on J-Ski. It says Kyle Busch, a champion, and I think this was actually translated from a Mexican newspaper. It says Kyle Busch, a champion race car driver, was caught with a 38 caliber handgun and hollow tip ammunition in his luggage at the Cancun airport. He was quickly arrested following the discovery and eventually, listen to this, eventually sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. It says, according to reports, following the arrest, an investigation was opened and the arrest was found to be a legitimate arrest. So I guess it wasn't some kind of trumped up thing. It was legitimate. It says 2 days after the arrest, a federal public ministry agent presented Kyle Busch to a judge, and the judge issued a sentence. Mr. Busch was fined more than 27,000 pesos, which equals like $1,100 US, and was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. Although uh, it's unclear exactly what that prison or where that prison sentence will be carried out. So he's back. So I don't know what happened. We'll never know. I mean, we could all speculate. In my opinion, there could be some money exchanging hands somewhere. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But he's back. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's not stuck there. But you know what you said, Val? What did you say?
I said if it was probably just a regular person, it might still be in jail. So that whole article just gives me more questions. Like, so he was arrested, and then like 2 days later, he was been brought in front of a judge. That mean, was he in jail for 2 days, or was he like under house arrest for 2 days, or what does that look like? And then 27,000 pesos sounds like a lot, but $1,100, that doesn't sound much at all. So
That's chump change for him.
I just and then but it was an official charge. It wasn't a trumped up charge. So it's just like more questions. Okay, well, it was a legit charge. And I understand I'd read
Legitimate.
where that or somebody had said maybe that he was at Mall America when it was had the shooting out there. So, he's very careful. I mean, he's traveling with his, wife. He's got his young son and of course the infant daughter. Um so and I think he had forgotten it was in there, but it's just I mean, we know nobody would purposely bring a gun into Mexico.
No,
Uh,
no.
so, um, it's just like some more questions, but
Yeah, there's a lot more questions there. We'll let you folks out there, if you want to comment. I'd be glad to see what you guys think about all that because I'm just glad he's back. I'm glad he didn't get stuck down there. I
that would have
just I
been
just
an
can't imagine the
international
conditions are
incident
that
right
great,
there.
huh?
That would have been an international incident right there.
Well, we'd be trading another a spy or something, I guess, for him to get him back too.
I don't know about that, but even just saying right before the NASCAR season starts, right? So this was like on the second or whatever, right? It hasn't been that long ago. And the season's supposed to start on the 17th, and he's in jail for 3 years down in Mexico.
God,
He just signed with Children's Racing and all this other stuff. So yeah.
he's lucky. He's very lucky. I'll just say that.
Well, when you travel out of the U.S., everything's you know eh, what's the right word? You can't take anything for granted. So
No, and I'm sure he was on a private plane. I'm sure he wasn't flying commercial. So
that's
I
true.
guess maybe the authorities down there they may perform searches on. And I'm sure they're looking for contraband coming into the country just like what we do here.
Right.
So I'm sure they found that gun and went, "Oh, time out. What's going on here?" But yeah, I'm just glad he's back. Glad that maybe he'll do some community service or something, or maybe I don't know what he's going to do. We'll never find out.
Yeah, I was just thinking of your two words.
Yeah, you
You never know.
you never know. And one more. I have one more sad thing. Unfortunately, um, it said that NASCAR Hall of Famer Dale Jarrett announced that his mother Martha had passed away on Sunday, February 5th. Um, she was married to Ned for 67 years. And when I think of that lady, I think of when Dale Jarrett won the 93 Daytona 500, and she's sitting in the car watching because she's like superstitious and everything. She didn't want to be at the track. And the CBS had the camera on it, and she was like, you know, just all disheveled and everything. And Ned Jarrett saying, "Somebody needs to help that poor girl." I remember seeing her on, and that's, gosh, that's been 30 years ago. But yeah, condolences to the Jarrett family, and prayers, and we're thinking about you guys. And that's all the NASCAR news that I have. I mean, there's you have the same old blah blah blah, somebody sponsoring somebody, but it's just, to me, it's not very newsworthy.
Right.
There you go.
All right, let's get into our next segment. A little golden auction there. And you can see on the screen that we were following this 2005 Formula Lewis Hamilton F3 PSA 9. Hopefully it comes up. Here we go. It was a pop of two. The last one sold for $39,600. This one closed right at 10,000 with a 2,000 buyer premium. So I definitely like this card over, say, the 2005 uh, Futera, but um, it's a little more obscure. I don't think really people understand how rare these are. So
Yeah, I mean, where were they from? Czechoslovakia? Is that what you said?
yeah, they were in the magazine, and there's a video I watched over the weekend where there's a gentleman had some of these magazines in the cards, and he was talking about how hard they are to pop out without creasing the cards. So there's tabs in the center of the four corners, and that's how it was kind of held into the magazine page. So that was the other part of this, is that it's a 9, not only for the price, but also that it was a 9 F3. Um, so I think definitely this was somebody got a good deal, I think, on this one.
Yeah, I think so. The other one you say went for like 39 over $39,000.
39,600.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, the market has definitely changed, as we've talked about before,
Mhm.
with the recession, just, cards in general. Um, people are having to allocate their money other places than discretionary income. So,
Yeah, but what's interesting uh, in this auction as well is that 1952 Chocolat La Aiglon, I guess that's how you pronounce that. I'm not sure. The Juan Manuel Fangio card. It keeps going into extended bidding. This is the second extended bidding it's in right now.
yeah, I love the colors on that.
That's a beautiful card right there. If I had some extra money, I might try to bid on that thing, but you know, no bueno for me. But considering that card's 1952, that's in great shape. It's a PSA 8.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's still going right now. So it was like 25.90. Now it's up to 26.90. And Val has left the building. I was trying to let you in. What happened?
Wrong back button. Yeah, we got that going on. Okay, here. So,
Yeah, I thought, well, I guess I can carry on the rest of the show and do King's Court if something happened to him.
yeah, you can do it. Anyway, um, some of the other auctions going on. We have the 2000, like I said, 2006 Futura right now at 6,200 with 23 bids. 17 minutes. So we're recording Wednesday night. Um, the Senna rookie card there, 2,200, 19 bids, and a few of the 2020 Topps Chrome. So it'll be interesting to see how they close out. So
Yeah, it will be. And there's another one of those 1952 Juan Manuel Fangio cards that I think ends tomorrow, but I think it's
oh
like it's like a was it a PSA 6 or something? It's
wow,
not
a
a
few of those popped out now. I've seen a few of those now.
yeah, it's just like everything else. Once one pops out, then all of a sudden you start seeing a lot of them pop out.
Yeah, everybody knows. Trying to realize some of that money. I guess that was we were seeing. So
Yep, for sure.
all right, let's move on. Next segment, we want to talk about the 1988 Maxx Dale Earnhardt Senior. Let me bring that up here.
Yeah, this is one of the cards we talked about last week that we saw at the National.
Yeah. So last week's episode, you haven't watched it. It was kind of the tales on how to distinguish a real 1988 Maxx Earnhardt promo from a fake one, and we ran into a few at the National, and we had some of the photos and stuff for it. So, um, one of the listeners, viewers, had mentioned, "Hey, that's on PSA's site." So, or that search still worked. So I was like, "Oh, let's go, check it out," because we weren't sure if it was removed or not. So, but not only is it on PSA's site, there's actually images of this on it, and it's also, and I believe, a new holder.
Yeah, this is a newer holder, um, and I hate to say it, but I think one card got past them.
Yeah, because when this happened, it was maybe late 2000, or I would say 2009, 2010, maybe 2013. I don't think they were in this holder yet, and especially with the back having the cert on it. So I think this is a much newer holder. And to your point, I think this is one that got through somehow, some way.
Mm-hmm.
Because we look on the back and we can see that Canapolis has the extra L in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the front, around the Max logo, between the top of the Max logo and the RCR on his chest, is a little black line above the circle. Those, like I said, two of the telltales you can see without magnification. Also, the way that top 10 lines up against the carry uh, under his family name. So that was really surprising to see that it's a new assert, and it's actually still, the photos are up on the site
Yeah,
to
we know
show even
PSA.
that it was fake.
PSA is scanning everything now as it goes out the door. So this was actually scanned at PSA.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So that was
Yeah.
only done recently. It wasn't done back then.
So it sounds like I need to probably contact some of my people at PSA and let them know about this card.
Yeah. So what do they do? Do they remove the photos? Do they kill the cert?
They'll kill the cert, and what will happen is when somebody inquires about it, they'll get some kind of notification saying you need to contact PSA directly at whatever email address or whatever they say on the notification. Uh, and I guess PSA, they have insurance for this, so I guess they'll probably pay the person, whatever the value is
Yeah.
to
But
get
again, that's one of
to
the
get the
reasons
card
why
back.
PSA is the industry leader, right? So we'll see. We'll follow this tale and see where it leads um, to this. So it's another interesting development
Yeah, it is. I'm surprised to
because I
actually
didn't.
see that on there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't catch that it was in a newer label, but um, taking a second glance at it a little bit longer, you know. So
Yeah.
anyway, we wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. Again, if you're in the market for one of these, make sure you check out last week's video, episode 128, for that information. So,
Yep. It's a good video.
I mean, again, you want to buy a PSA because of that, but you don't want to even be in that situation. You just want to, you know, not even deal with this. So,
Agreed. So hey, I'll be right back for just 1 second. Bella the dog, the official Boston Terrier of NASCAR Radio, needs to get out the door here, and she's like freaking out. So I will be right back.
all right, what shall we talk about?
Have myself back, and I'm back. It's
Hey,
amazing.
yeah, we were just having a conversation about you. No, actually, I think that's kind of all I have now. I guess the only thing. Do you have any more before we go to King's Court?
No, I don't. That's all that I've got actually for this week. It's a pretty slow week.
Yeah, you definitely want to tune in for next week. We're going to talk about through the mail autographs, and now is, I think, a great time to start getting a strategy planned if you're working on projects or whatever, or if you want to start a project. I think now is the time to start.
Agreed. Oh, something I just thought about. What about Top Sapphire F1? Did that just come out?
It did. I don't know if we talked about it or not. So it dropped. I think it was like $270 a box, 260 on the top side and the UK side. UK sold out pretty quick. Tops was a little longer. I think it took a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think it was 24 cards in a box, and I don't know how many parallels or name variations or image variations there were, but that's all I've seen about it. There wasn't a lot of documentation on it that you didn't know how many parallels there were, and I don't know if there were autographs in it or not. But anyway, I did not mess with it. I went and kind of looked at it. It was a little steeper than what I was wanting. The first year I believe was like 150, 170. Last year was 700, and then this year was what did I say, 260, 270. So still a little pricey for me. So especially in this economy.
Yeah, as Ricky Ricardo would say, it's expensive.
Yeah, F1 is not a cheap sport. So
Yeah, I thought about getting a box, but I said, nah, I'll just stick to buying me some NASCAR boxes and move on.
I would have loved to seen you got a sapphire box and do that rip.
It may still be in the cards. You never know. We'll see.
But we'll wait till the National and see what they're at.
Hey, that'll be a good barometer for sure.
Yeah. So all right,
Well,
cue the
I think
music.
I think it's time to cue the music, brother.
Here we go.
Okay, I didn't hear the music, so I guess we'll just move on.
Yeah, it played.
I never heard it. That's weird. Okay, I saw the crown pop up just real quick, and then it went off. Okay, all right. So this week's King's Court, we're going to start out with our Joker of the Week. This was on the 3rd of February. It's a 1968 American Oil Babe Ruth / Parnelli Jones card. And I remember my dad getting these things at the gas station when I was a kid, but I didn't care or know anything really about them. But this one is pretty cool, and um, it's got Babe Ruth and Parnell Jones. He's one of the greatest IndyCar and road race drivers ever. Anyway, this card they were asking $199.99 for it. They accepted a best offer of $150. And it is a PSA 5, and they call it a double panel. What the way these things were back in the day is they were folded together, and it had a little perf around the outside, and you just ripped it off, and you opened up the actual two cards that were in there. And sometimes they were like winning game pieces and all that, and then of course you had to collect certain game pieces to win certain things at the gas station. I think you could win things like drinking glasses and all kinds of crazy things. It's just kind of how it worked. And you can there you go. You can see the back. You could win Corvettes too.
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
But you had to collect all the pieces. And I think they had a little album and everything that you could collect the pieces with and put in the album, all that kind of stuff. So it was actually kind of cool for its day. But it's real odd. You don't see a lot of these. But
all the ones you see are like ripped in half.
yeah,
Right, they've
yeah,
been
they
separated.
ripped them down the middle.
Yeah, it's the first thing people do.
Yeah, that's what they did back. I mean, nobody back then thought they were collectible. I mean, again, some of the greatest collectibles were never meant to be collected.
Exactly.
So anyway, that's pretty cool. I just wanted to show that. $150 for a PSA 5. That's not bad, and you get a Babe Ruth. Hey,
Yeah,
with a race car driver. So there you go. All right. So next up, this is on the 4th of February, the 2021 Topps Chrome F1 green refractor, and this is our young driver of Oscar Piastri. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. It's out of 99. It's an autograph. It's a PSA 10. They were asking $1,300 for this card, and they accepted a best offer of $900. But
Wow.
I just thought that was a really nice looking card.
Yeah, that green shines. You can, in the way it was scanned with that refractor or whatever. So, yep.
Yeah, can't say much about his autograph, but it's better than Ty freaking Gibbs.
Yep.
But it's still a cool car, and I think the green refractors are some of my favorite ones out of Topps Chrome F1. Last year, this year, I think they really are nice looking cards.
Yeah, and he's one of the kind of the rookies people are chasing. So it's going to be feast or famine, I think, on this one.
Yeah, he's only like 21 years old. He's just a puppy. All right. So next up is our Queen of the Week. This was on the 2nd of February, and this one's really cool. It's Haley Deegan 2022 Panini Donruss Optic Gold Vinyl Auto. It's a 101, of course. And somebody went click, and they bought it now for $699.99.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody likes Haley, but that's a cool card.
Yeah, I think that's another one of those feast or famine. We'll see. This is a make or break. I am so excited for the truck race this year to see how she does in that equipment. So,
yeah, me too. I hope she's got new teammates, new team. So we'll see how she does. I think this will be a good barometer of where we might expect her to go. I'd like to see her get some, Bush. I say Bush. Good gosh, some Xfinity experience. That's the old guy in me. Because I think she would probably do better in a car than a truck.
yeah, honestly. I would think so too. So yeah, we'll see. She's been to some of these tracks numerous times now in trucks, and she's got better equipment. So I think this is we'll see how she does. So
yeah, and I like that card a lot. I like how the gold pops with the green and the black. It's just overall, it's just a very aesthetically pleasing card too. So kudos to whoever got it. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
All right. So next up is our King of the Week. This was on the 4th of February. Wow, go figure. We were just talking about this card. 1988 Maxx. Dale Earnhardt number 99. It's a PSA 9. They were asking $1,000 for this bad boy. and they accepted a best offer of $650. And as you can see, that's in a really, really old slab.
Yes.
Really old slab. I mean, that was graded way, way back in the day. And
Yeah,
this was,
that.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
this was legit.
yeah. This is mid 2000s, I think, late 2000s. Because when I was starting to get into grading at PSA, it was like this, and then they ended up dropping that down to the third line, so that using more of that label. But yeah, that's a legit card.
And look at the back; it's got that collector's universe hologram on there.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's
Yep.
old, and that's not that's actually stuck on the slab. Because I've got some like that, and that's actually stuck on the slab.
Oh, then yeah, it predates than some of the stuff, but
Yeah,
yeah. So the Canaples is spelled right. You can see that that top 10 is lined up right with that with Carrie in the family section there. So very nice. So we said 600 for PSA 9,
650 for a PSA 9.
650.
So
Okay.
yeah, of course I'm always kicking myself. I had a chance to buy several of those about a year and a half ago for really good money, and I only bought one. Oh well,
Oh
live and
well.
learn.
Yep.
All right, so next up's our ace of the week, our one of one. This was on the 8th of February. It's a 2022 Panini Prism Jeff Gordon black flashback autograph, one of one. It's raw, it's not graded. This is another one that they accepted the best offer. They were asking $2,000 for this card, and they accepted a best offer of $900. So,
$900. Okay.
so not bad. I mean, that's a raw card. It's a 101.
I was looking
And
for the
it,
101 on it. Oh, right there. Okay.
yeah, it's hard to see.
Yeah, it's right by the DuPont oval on his chest. I see it
Yeah,
101.
old Jeffy Poo.
Old Jeffrey Pooh.
But yeah, that's a nice
Flashback.
looking card. Except look at the top. Go back up. It looks like it's got a print line or something. I don't know if that's on the magnetic or if it's actually on the card.
Yeah, that's yeah, I'm not sure. I
Yeah,
love
that's kind of
the
scary.
I love the look of that here. Now I'm looking at his autograph, how the like it's almost a cross with, I can kind of see the old Jeff Gordon autograph in there.
Yeah,
Because he had changed it a little bit, so or changed
yeah,
it a lot, I should say.
he's changed it a lot because he slants it now. You know, it slants to the right like that, but used to be it didn't have much of a slant on it at all. Back when he first started, I've got some autographs from when he very well. If you go back and look at like his 1991, uh,
92
92,
uh
yeah, excuse me,
the
92
Truex
Max.
autograph, yeah.
I mean tracks, excuse me. Gosh, I'm all over the place. His tracks auto, you can see it's way different because it's not slanted as much and it's actually taller.
Yeah, you can actually
It's
read it. Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot more legible. But yeah, it's a cool card. I like the way that card looks. That's a great design.
And what was that price again?
650. Oh, I'm sorry,
650.
900. My bad.
900. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow,
$900
that's
best
still
offer.
nice nice payday, so.
Yeah, whoever pulled that, congrats. Whoever got it, congrats.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least, our Royal Flush of the Week. This was on the 3rd of February. It's a Max Verstappen 2020 Topps F1 Dynasty Rookie Patch Auto. It is number 6 of 10. It's a PSA 9. And this card actually went for bidding and completed with bids. There was no best offer or anything like that. Uh, it went for $7,350.69 with 20 bids.
Wow.
So that's one of the few Dynasty 2020s that you're going to get that you could have made money on if you opened up the box.
Yeah. Yep, you make a few grand on that. You had to send it off to PSA to get it slab, but I like the I don't know if that's fabric or fire suit, whatever, but the green, you're right, yellow and black, orange and black. I'm Got the
You're doing
case of
like
Logan.
me.
I know. I got the case of Logans here. So, but yeah, it's a nice card. It's
Yeah, of course, our patch identification department is not here tonight.
yeah, he's on vacation.
He's on extended leave.
Yeah,
So he would have found out where that goes, but I have no idea where on his uniform that would be from. But it's still cool. It's a great looking card. I think the auto could have been better. Zoom back in on that auto. See, it's a little streaky. That's the thing that really gets me. If these guys are going to sign these cards, I think they ought to have fresh Sharpies and not let them dry out like that. That kind of gets me.
yeah. So if you notice, if folks aren't familiar with it, so basically at the end of the autograph where it comes up, where it's coming up to his shoulder and then looping back to the front of his face, you can see how it fades out. And then around the loop, it's a lot thicker and then fades out again. So yeah, he could have been signing a bunch of these, and these guys really aren't thinking about some of that stuff when
No, they're not. They're not. That's not
they're
on their mind. All
yeah
they want to do is,
their contract is to sign, and so they signed.
yep, just get it done and get it over with and move on.
They're not like Richard Petty where he
No,
signed so much stuff where he knows his marker, how long his
yeah,
marker lasts, what marker to use on what color.
oh yeah, because he carries around. He's got gold, silver, blue, black, white. He's got all kinds of different markers with him all the time.
Yeah,
But
he's
anyway,
something
it's
else.
a cool card. It's a PSA 9, so if it'd been a PSA 10, how much more would it have gone for? Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be a good study there. See, but very nice card, nice price. So I was
Yeah,
gonna say, we talk about the economy and other stuff, but some of the high end stuff people are still looking for.
yep.
Is that Bella sleeping?
That is my dog snoring. She came back. She came back. She's laying in my lap right here.
That's what I thought. It's like she just went out. Now she's.
She did. She went out. She was crying to get out, and then she came back. So here, you guys get to hear her snore.
I heard her snore. I was like, because I heard it a few minutes ago, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Bella's sleeping, snoring.
No extra charge.
Hope everybody is enjoying that. So that's funny.
That's all,
Um,
that's all I got, man.
Very nice. Thank you. Just going to say, appreciate everybody listening to the show, to the podcast, folks in Australia, Canada, Germany, Poland. We appreciate you listening. So, watching.
Yeah, we do. We appreciate all you guys, and we appreciate the comments. We appreciate everything. A whole lot. We really, really do.
Yeah. If there's something you guys want us to cover, put it in the comments. We'll take a look. We'll try to get it scheduled into the show. We're working on some more content, and the season's getting ready to start up here. So, we'll go through that as well. So, but um, I haven't looked to see. I guess we still got a few. I guess another month or two until National Treasures come out. I have to look and see. I guess Donruss is definitely, I'm sure, pushed back, or if that's in play or not yet. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard. I guess we probably need to get a hold of some of our friends at Panini and find out.
have not seen any yellow optic sightings from the Joe Logano giveaways yet.
No, he's a busy dude. So they probably got stuck in a closet somewhere, and he's kind of forgot about it. Speaking of closets, remind me sometime to tell you guys a story about a card find in a closet that I found.
Oh,
But that's for
I
that's
know
for another day.
I know you've talked about it, but I'm sure if because I listen to every show, so I didn't miss it. But yeah, that's a good one.
So yeah, so that's all I got for this week.
All right. Anything else? Any hashtags or anything?
Yeah, hashtag skid marks and Ty freaking Gibbs, who caught on fire at during the one of the races, the qualifying heat races at the Coliseum.
Yeah, I was out of town, so I was gonna try to get some photos here. Went past Rockingham. They're working on the upper seating area there. So they're getting Rockingham ready. It's still a ways away, but um, progress report from that. So, but yeah, I
That's
did
cool.
see some of the photos of part of his car and some other stuff in a muffler, and it looked like I don't know whatever, but
Yeah, those cars had mufflers on them, believe it or not, for the very first time ever. And they said something about it was installed incorrectly, I believe, and that's what caused the fire with the foam inside his door panel of his car.
okay. Yeah, so I guess I don't know what the decibel levels were at that Coliseum. So
But
I always thought about that. It's like the put they want to reduce some of the horsepower and stuff like that to put mufflers on it so that people can actually somewhat hear themselves at the race. So
at Talladega, it's not such a big deal because they go by so fast that they're on the other side of the track by so you can talk a lot there. But it's some of the smaller places like Bristol, I could see where that might be helpful. Because I've been to Bristol races and you literally can't talk to the person next to you. You can't hear. They could be screaming. You cannot hear them.
right. So all right, well we'll leave it there. Again, next week we'll have a big thing on through the mail autographs. How to prep for those projects to think about. Um, all that good jazz. So, but all right, for me, Logan. Thanks for watching, viewing, and we will catch you next week. We're out of here.